everyone! Today I want to discuss with you about the metal detectors in airports when you wear fake hair. That is my situation here, and you don't want to ring the detectors with the metal of the clips. So I will reply all your answers about that. So the main question is, will it ring at the metal detectors? Will you make a huge alarm with your clips on the metal detectors at the airport? And the answer is no. Usually no. The Comme diadème clips, the Comme diadème air toppers doesn't make the metal detectors rings in the airport, so you can feel better about that. Usually it will not ring. I say usually because I can of course not guarantee for all the metal detectors in the world, because they all have their own sensitivity to metal, and sometimes it will not ring. It's maybe 95% of the situation, and it can happen that sometimes it rings. So I will tell you my tips of what to do when it rings. So if you wear a hair prosthesis like hair topper or wig, the first thing you have to know is that you are not alone. We are a lot of women wearing this kind of things and going to the airport every day. So the security guy or security woman is aware that there are a lot of women that can ring the metal detectors because there are something that is fake in their hair. So when you work the metal detector and that you are so afraid, like you have some methamphetamine on you at the Turkey frontier because you wear a hairpiece, you just have to remind yourself that the guy and the girl see this every day. Okay, so if it rings, you can say that you have a hair topper on your head, and it's okay. They won't ask you to remove it. Maybe they will just do this to check that you have something on your head that could ring the metal detector, but it will be discreet. They will not ask you to remove the piece in front of everyone. And you can, of course, ask if they really insist to understand what is going on your head. You can ask for a private, I don't know how to say. Wait, sorry. A private search? Yes, when someone searches on you, if there is something illegal, you can ask for a private search on a room, in a private room, where you can maybe remove your hairpiece, but I'm sure it will not happen if you say you have a hair topper or wig on your head. They will just do this and say, okay, you can go. The other technique that is maybe a bit more stressful is to say nothing. I think it was my technique when I first wore a hair prosthesis and I went to a airport with my colleagues, and I was so stressed and so afraid because it was I was wearing a hairpiece since 1 month, so I was really not ready to assume this thing. And I think if it were wrong, it was not the case, but if it's wrong, well, I'm sorry, I will not make this sentence like this. If one day it rings and you are not ready to say it's a hair topper or a wig, you can also say nothing, like you don't understand. Oh my god, it rings, I don't understand. You can make some of denial, like I don't understand, really, I don't understand. But you have to understand that it will be more stressful because the guy will ask you to come back and to go and to come back and to go, and the stress will go like this. So if you want to do this technique, you have to be sure that you will not nervously crack, like crash. You have to have the nerves to go through this whole process without crying. Like, okay, I don't understand. You stay calm, you control your pulse, and you say, really, I don't understand why it rings. Maybe I have some metal in me, I don't know about, I don't know. So I'm not sure it's the best technique, but it's one of these techniques that you can use if you don't want to enter in explanations. Last technique is to say, if you don't want to say I have hair topper or wig, you can say I wear hair extension. And it's less a shame for some women to say I wear hair extension than hair prosthesis like hair topper or wigs. It's the same. You add volume to your hair with fake hair that are not your hair. It's real human natural hair, but it's not really your hair. It's the same. You should not feel ashamed of a hair topper if you don't feel ashamed of hair extensions, but I understand hair extensions are less taboo than a hair topper or a wig. So you can say, I wear hair extensions, and they know that hair extensions have some clips, so you can show to her, I have a clip here, you can check, okay. And people outside will not understand anything. They will just understand that maybe you have some... If you show something like this, they will just understand that people behind you, that you have some hairpins on your hair, and it's not a crime. And even having a hair topper is not a crime, okay? But if you are ashamed of wearing a hair topper or a wig, you can just say that it's hair extension and show a clip, and it will be okay. You will be free to go in the country that you want without going to jail for something illegal. And it's not really a technique, but it's also an advice. So my last advice, if you are really too stressed about that, really too afraid, the best solution is to not wear hair topper that day. I know that sometimes it's a bit difficult for some women that are wearing hair topper and wigs every day in their life to think that maybe this day they should not wear it. But you always have the right to not wear a hairpiece, okay? Even if your alopecia is strong, sometimes I don't wear hair toppers and wigs. And usually when I take planes and when I go to airports, I don't wear my hair topper and wigs. And it's not because I'm afraid of the metal detectors, it's just because I will take a plane for maybe 3 to 10 hours, and I really want to feel comfortable to sleep, to feel okay with it, without it. I know that I will feel maybe more comfortable to travel without my hair topper, so you can also just decide to not wear the piece that day if you are too afraid of the metal detectors. And you can also wear the hairpiece, remove it and put it in your bag and go to the metal detector and go back to the toilet and put it again. It's also a possibility. So I hope that you liked this video. If you want to discover the Comme diadems, beautiful hair topper like this one that is filled of gold, don't hesitate to go on my website. And if you have any question and want to be advised about the hair color, the cap size, if you need a hair topper or wig, don't hesitate to discuss with me. There is a website on the WhatsApp a WhatsApp number on the website where you can discuss with me, and also by email and on Instagram, and I will be really happy to help. As you can see, I can speak English, so even if it's not perfect, I can deeply understand you, and I will try my best to be understandable with my French vocabulary. So see you soon in my next videos.